Hi everyone. Yeah, so I was getting crushed with 2.6 Hog, so I decided to switch to 2.8 Hog EQ just to play around with it. I've had it upgraded for a while, but haven't really played with it because I don't really know how to play with it. I've been watching Leviathan and some other people play it, but I don't really know how to play it. But I figured I'd try because I was just getting so frustrated playing. And then what happened? 1, 2 here. These are war battles, and then I want another one here. So I'm just going to review them for myself or with you guys. And if there's anyone that's playing 2.8 Hog EQ, let me know if I'm doing well or not well. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, but we'll see. Yeah, so again, same as before, just test out with a Hog what's going on, put skeletons for the wall breakers to stop those. So he has a P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A, I don't know how to really stop P.E.K.K.A with this deck, so I figured probably the Mighty Miner, right? Seems like a good idea. And he went Hog on that side, put the cannon in the wrong spot. And then I'm taking a lot of damage there. I'm just trying to get rid of the Hog as fast as possible. Test that, or the P.E.K.K.A was fine. I probably should have followed up with a Hog here on that side, but now the Firecracker just dies, right? It's somewhat annoying. And I am playing the board barrel version. I think it's not easier to play, but I think it's better because the log itself doesn't always do the same thing. But log does do more damage, but I don't know, it's okay either way. I'm just going in for a Hog there, and then they have Inferno Tower. I don't have an elixir for the Earthquake there, so just letting it be. I don't know if I should have done something with the Mighty Miner. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought they fixed the Firecracker. she should have hit that, right? But she misses. I don't know if I've ever, in these 3 games that I'm going to review here, I don't know if I've ever used the Mighty Miner ability. I don't know if there was a chance to do so. There must have been at some point, but I just never did. I don't know really when to do it. I have to look. Let's see. So I might be playing this completely wrong. I just haven't played it much. So I'm going for EQ there. I don't know. It's probably too late, or maybe not useful because it still kills the Hog. Maybe if there's a Firecracker behind the Hog, maybe it makes sense. But it's already 4 plus 3 is 7 elixir, right? So it's already 7 against 5. So I don't know if it's the best idea. Yeah, so I can't do that with skeletons there, so I had to use the cannon, and I knew he would come in with a Hog after, so tried that. I'm definitely behind 2600 against 4100 on the right, on his left tower, my left tower as well. I have the cannon again with this furnace that's just really good at throwing these fire guys out. Fire spirits, I guess. Yeah, so I don't know how. I don't even remember being this far behind. So that Earthquake didn't do anything again. I don't know what to deal with that. We're just stopping everything at the bridge. I think the ice or the E-Spirit there together was pretty good because it did stop the Inferno Tower, and now the Hog gets the tower. Still doesn't get a hit, but at least I'm trying to figure out how to better deal with it. Yeah, I have to go cannon here even though the furnace is hitting it, but luckily the Firecracker is helping out. Maybe here I should have used the ability to push it in front of the Hog to distract the Inferno Tower. I don't know. Probably would have been a better idea, right? Very late cannon. Luckily it hits the furnace as well. Stops the Hog. We're still 1300 behind. At least here we outcycled his Inferno Tower, and now we're ahead suddenly. See how quickly that can change. And here I just knew that he would come in with a hog and a wall breaker, so I had to stop it. And I did, which was good, and now I just have to deal with the Inferno Tower going with a hog again, and I think I'm pretty sure I out-cycled the Inferno Tower. I was also on left there with a Mighty Miner, so we had to deal with both. So I guess sometimes using the ability to join the hog is good, but sometimes it's also better to not do that, I guess. Anyway. So that was a pretty good one, I think. Kai Royal Champion. And these are my war battles. And then the next one here. What is this? Yeah, this is against Boss Bandit and other stuff, so which is also not the best idea. Not the easiest. Yeah, so I tried skeletons there and he supported it, which didn't really work, right? So another Inferno Tower. Yay. I thought this was log bait because of the Princess, Goblin Gang, and the Inferno Tower. So I had no idea. I just assumed it was log bait. And then I don't know if it's now or pretty soon. Yeah, he throws out the Ram Rider. It's very confusing to me. I mean, I defended it well, I think. As well as can be, but it's not an easy one to deal with. It does defend the hog quite well if you push it into a hog. So there might be an argument to be made to put Ram Rider in a hog deck instead of the hog, and because it defends the hog, I mean, it doesn't do the same kind of damage. It doesn't charge up as fast, I think. Or it has to charge up where a hog doesn't, but it's also hitting other stuff. It's also 5 elixirs. So. I don't know what happened here. He just didn't have any elixir. Let's see if we go back here. He used the Goblin Gang. I kind of half defended that with 2 elixir. And then now I have basically 7 elixir on the field and he has 3. I don't know why he put the Princess. She probably should have saved up for an E-Wiz there. But this just takes down his whole tower. And I think, I mean, he's still kind of trying after, but I can just push hard and defend only when I need to. He hasn't touched my towers yet, so it's a pretty much a downhill game for him here. It wasn't really, although I didn't expect the boss ban. It made it pretty sketchy there for a bit. Because I was just pushing hard. I thought he was sort of giving up, so I figured I'd might as well push. But then he's pushing it with a boss bandit and the Ram Rider, which, you know, took a whole chunk of my tower there. And then I started to get a bit more defensive again. I still have to attack because I still have to take the tower, right? And then this head earthquake was really late. Don't know how the hog got that far through it, honestly. Anyway, the boss bandit. I hate the boss bandit just as much as I hate the Mega Knight, I think. But it costs 6, and then they use the ability, then it's the same as a Mega Knight, basically, cost-wise, and they probably use it twice or something, so here I probably should have EQ'd if I had the elixir. I don't remember if I did or not. No, it's just, I'm just pushing, right? You have to be a little bit aggressive here, because if I'm aggressive, he cannot put his boss bandit or Ram Rider down because he's just defending. Here he tries with a Ram Rider, still get a hit, and I can defend it. Not the best defense because it does go through, and then I have to deal with both that one and the boss bandit, but it's kind of the same junk I'm throwing at it, right? So he got onto the tower, but the Mighty Miner does a pretty good job with the boss bandit, honestly. If he's not bouncing back and forth, or if she's not bouncing back and forth, the Mighty Miner is pretty good. It's a matter of trying to get the hog to the tower and using the earthquake, and I think I just started to cycle earthquake because it's getting harder to get the hog to the tower. And earthquake, I mean, it cycles pretty well, right? It's only 3 elixir compared to the 4 elixir fireball. So anyway, lucky to hit his Goblin Gang completely here. And then did he just zap as well? Yeah. Anyway, that was a good game. I shouldn't have let him take that tower, or shouldn't have allowed him to take that tower. but still fun. And then I switched to the Tesla. I didn't even realize I had the cannon in. That was in earlier from. I was in from before when I didn't have the Evo Tesla. I just had the Evo cannon because I was running 2.6 Hog. And now I don't have my Tesla or cannon, I guess, but I'm running Tesla in this variant. So I have to stop it like that, and I'm wondering, do I face a mirror matchup right away, or do I face 2.6 Hog right away when I just start this? And I'm not comfortable with mirror matches in general with Hog 2.6, but for some reason this seems okay. I don't know if this is a deck that's easier to play than Hog 2.6. I think it might be a bit more forgiving. It is a bit more expensive at 2.8, obviously, but it might also be a bit more forgiving. And the heavy stuff like a Mega Knight or even a Boss Bandit with the Mighty Miner and the Tesla. I know it's 8 elixir, but it does a pretty decent job, I think. Although, against the evolved Mega Knight, the Mighty Miner is not the best. Yeah, so I think I should have waited for him here. I am down 1 elixir on him, so I just went a little earlier to kind of, not spook him, but just pretend I had more elixir. And then he just follows up and I just fight right at the bridge. It's really kind of annoying. He does have a log. He has the cannon and a log, and I have the Barbarian barrel and a Tesla, so it's a slight different thing here. I tried to get my king activated there, which did work. They shoot faster somehow if they... I don't know how it works. It's half health. Usually the tower kills it before it shoots, but if you put a troop in front, it does shoot and hit your king tower, so it's quite useful that way. Here I just protected the cannon, which is like an obvious thing to do. I cannon in the middle. Even if I didn't hit the cannon, it would have been something else. And just trying to protect the firecracker a bit here, which does help, and he uses his ability, which I honestly haven't used since, well, I haven't used anywhere in these 3 games, I guess. And he does the same thing there, protecting the Tesla, but it's still, Tesla takes a lot of effort to kill. Honestly, I was kind of freaking out here because he was protecting his firecracker, and I assumed he has more experience playing this deck than I do, because I basically just switched to it because I've just got my cards upgraded, just got the Tesla. Had the Evo Tesla. I know it's been nerfed a bit, but still. So I'm just trying my best here. I have no plan at all. I'm just going, well, we're going to say muscle memory, but there's no muscle memory because I don't really play this. I mean, this is an easy one because I know when I play against them, they always like earthquake my cannon, so cannon has to go in the anti-earthquake spot, but then you have to push it with something else, right? And he didn't do that. And I'm not good enough to do that, but also the Tesla doesn't work the same way, so it's good. I think here, I'm just trying to kill the firecracker as fast as I can on his side and just keep spamming hogs, because the cannon doesn't do well with the earthquake, where a Tesla does much better against the earthquake. I mean, not much better, but it still does. Yeah, so I have to quickly cycle to the Tesla here. Luckily, the Mighty Miner's there to help out. I don't know if I should have let that walk and use the ability there or something like that. That makes it a bit easier. I don't know why he used the cannon there. I think just to protect damage. But now the cannon is out of cycle and I can go in with a hog, right? Now he's trying to prevent me from doing it by going in with his own hog. He does get a hit. And then the firecracker gets distracted by my hog and taken out by my firecracker. Now he doesn't have a cannon, or very late cannon, which basically dies. Still don't get any hits, but that's okay. I'm a little bit up, so I still have to be careful. But honestly, I wasn't expecting to win this. I'm just trying my best to do what I think is right, but yeah. So that was a lucky hit there. We tried everything. Spirit, like E-Spirit, skeletons to stop everything. Even the Evo cannon there to help kill my Tesla. And I've done it many times, trying to kill a Tesla with an Evo cannon. When I'm playing 2.6 Hog, it just doesn't work very well. It does some damage, but the Hog still doesn't get a hit. And there I just went in, won the game. So I was wondering, because this guy I don't know if he plays this all the time or not, obviously, but when I looked at his profile, it's an ultimate champion. So I thought I was pretty happy with myself. I know it's only 3 matches. We didn't face any Mega Knights. We didn't face a boss bandit, not a Bob bandit, but anyway. Yeah, so just wanted to see if there's anything that I can learn from this. Maybe people like this better than Hog 2.6. I might go back and forth between decks now that I have it upgraded. I also have this one. I used to play a lot of log bait, so I have this pretty much upgraded as well. So I can play this one too, which is a common one. I'm working on Pix Archer Queen. Just need the delivery and the Archer Queen itself. I do have some wild cards I think that I could use, but I don't want to do that until I have enough gold to upgrade. And then this is another one sort of I'm slowly working on. A lot of these cards come from other decks, so it's upgraded. The Royal Giant still needs an evolution before that's useful. So I might have to wait a month or so before I get enough shards again. But yeah, I might try a few more Hog EQs here and there if I get frustrated with 2.6 Hog, because it's not easy to play, obviously, and everyone knows that. But yeah, just want to show that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.